What up, fags and faggots? This is going to be a tips and tricks video for the brand new mode Interrogation in The Last of Us. I am absolutely loving this mode. I am so happy that Naughty Dog released this game mode in this new patch, and they made some changes. I don't really know what the other changes are. I honestly actually wanted to see the changes about the drop boxes, giving people stuff, giving the losing team less stuff in supply raid, but I just haven't played supply raid because I love this mode so much.
One on the bridge.
So anyways, let's start off with how do we start off, or at least how I play Interrogation in order to win. Now it took me a couple of tries to figure out the strategy that I'm about to tell you. Yeah, so we start off, first of all, you want to die in this mode. Now, as funny as this might sound and as contradictory it might sound to my own kill death of, in about 4 or 5 or whatever it is right now, the thing is, why you want to die in this mode is you start off with one loadout, and that is with Crafter level 3. You want to have Crafter level 3. Why? Because this mode is all about the box, and the box is all about protection around the box. Now you can only fire so many bullets, but the more amount of bombs that you have that you can plant around the box, the greater your defense is going to be, for protecting your own box or protecting the enemy from trying to come and defend their own box. So you want to be able to give your teammates as many Molotovs, as many bombs as possible. So what I start off with is Crafter 3, and you can go with anything, whatever you want. You could go with Core Training. The Core Training is going to give you one of those interrogation shivs, which are really useful. Or you could go with Sharpshooter, which is what I go with. A lot of people don't like to use Sharpshooter with anything besides the sniper, but I do. I find Sharpshooter to be really useful. So whatever you want to start off with, and make sure that you get Reviver. Earlier I was playing Reviver in the first half until the box, until you get the box, and then once you get the box, I would switch over to Explosion Expert, because that's by that time people have given me a lot of gifts, and I've created a lot of bombs and stuff for myself. But then I found that Reviver, the faster you revive someone, reviving is much better than allowing someone to respawn and then use strategies to come over to you. So I feel that using Reviver is almost a must. So anyways, everybody starts off with Crafter. Let's just go in a serial order. So we need to get interrogations. Alright, that's how the game starts off. Now you use Crafter. You don't use any bombs in the first half. Like literally try not to use any bombs, smoke bombs, Molotovs, whatever it is, and definitely not nail bombs, because nail bombs are the only things that you can set up as traps. Molotovs and smokes you really cannot use as traps. So try not to use even any kind of bombs, even the smokes and Molotovs, unless you really have to. I mean, of course, if there are 2 or 3 people hugging each other, you can throw in a bomb to down all of them and get 3 interrogations. So besides that, not really. Besides that, don't bother about revives. Now, I did tell you to use Reviver once, but at the same time, do remember that during the interrogation, during this entire gameplay, don't run for revives. If your friend is down, do not revive him. As a matter of fact, do what the next step is going to be, which is do not lose any interrogations. More than losing lives, you don't want to lose any interrogations, because that interrogations control the whole fucking game. It does not make a difference if I die once or twice or thrice or 5 times. But as long as I haven't given up even a single interrogation with my death, that's the most important bit. So like for example, even right now, my friend is actually down. He didn't ask me to revive him. He told me that, there's one more guy there, so get him first. Now I downed 2 of them. Now, in case I had Robin to revive him, the exact same thing that I did to the other team would have happened to my team, which is that they would have revived both of us, and we would have given up 2 interrogations instead of taking them. Now I can revive him now because one of my friends is giving us cover, so that's a different thing. So that's a bit about the revive and the interrogation. Now why you shouldn't be losing interrogations is quite simple. If you lose the interrogations, you give up the supply box. If you do not give up the supply box, the opponent team does not have any option besides defending. But if you actually give up the supply box, now you have the option, not the option, but now you have to both attack and defend your own box. So you want to be able to keep the game, streamlined in your favor. You want to keep it in your favor. So try not to give them interrogations so that your box doesn't show up, basically. Like look at this right now. My friend NYC Cypher just went down. Look at that. Did you see that? You said that I'm getting interrogated. I threw him. This is the only time that I used a Molotov, even despite the box not being up. This is the only time because I need to save that fucking interrogation. Each interrogation save is like 1/5 of the game won. So there you go. Now, all that bit done. Let's get into the attack bit. Now that you've interrogated everyone else and now you see where the box is, now you will notice this when I start off the game. I will instantly press start and switch. Look at that shit, man. That was fucking beautiful. I'm a fucking boss. I'm the fucking boss. Okay, anyways, yeah. So now, as soon as now look at this. Look at that. I'm gonna press start right now and get into the menu and switch over to my strategist loadout. Now, do remember this. A lot of people say that it doesn't work, but strategist is not going to work the first time that you switch the loadout. Once you die with strategist on, that's when you can actually, spawn on your friends.
I'm with you.
You want to be able to spawn on your friends. More than Marathon Runner 1 or 2, I've experimented with both Marathon Runner 1 and 2. They're not really half as useful as strategist is. Ask one of your teammates to fall back a little bit and spawn on them. You will have covered most of the fucking map, and if there's nobody around them on the box, you might as well just spawn on the damn box itself. So that's the most important bit about the attack. Number 2, this is not an attack bit, this is just a general thing in interrogations. Make sure that you upgrade your weapons. If you check right now, I've probably upgraded my semi-auto all the way up, and my revolver is, I guess, 1 level up. I didn't really notice that, I didn't really check that. So it is most definitely at least 1 level up, because what I do in interrogations and what I do in every single interrogation game that I play, I always upgrade both of my weapons. Armor is fucking useless in this game. In general, it's useless. I mean, maybe it's a pirate, but if you have a decent aim, all you need to do is get a couple of leg shots and that's it. So make sure that you upgrade both of your weapons. You can always unload your whole fucking clip into them and get anybody else who has armor by getting leg shots. I made a guide on this already, so you don't need to know about that. So let's get into opening a box, the attacking bit, opening a box. Don't just open the box, don't just run up to the box and open it. First of all, as soon as you get close to it, stay around that area, and just tell your friend, you know what, I can see one guy, I can see 2 guys, does anybody else want to spawn on me, tell me what to do right now. Keep your communication up, don't just get into opening the box, because more often than not, every one of them on the other team is going to be spawning right next to the box. You will barely have touched the box and you're going to die. So before you start opening the box, plant your nail bombs. This is why I told you not to use any nail bombs. Plant your nail bomb. Like for example, right now that I started opening the box, look at me. I'm going to plant this nail bomb right here, and probably throw another one on the other side, or maybe they've already planted bombs on the other side, whatever it is. I don't know. That's what you want to do. You want to plant nail bombs before you start opening the box, because people are just going to blind mad rush in. And obviously so, because it doesn't make any sense for them to use forward, right? You're opening the box, they need to just get to the box ASAP. So they're going to just blind mad rush in. So that's what you want to do. And besides that, like I said before, you want to tell your opponent, you want to tell your teammates that there's someone around you. I'm sorry, I'm actually checking 2 videos out at the same time, so I'm getting confused. So alright, I'm going to be getting to the next match.
Uniform! Hey, tourists!
So like I said before, plant bombs around, keep a Slayer, keep your teammates around you, preferably a Slayer. A Slayer is a person who can kill a lot of people, so I mean, on my team, generally I'm not the one who actually opens the box unless it's very, very important. Besides me, I mean, anybody else can open the box. So, defending a box. Now, if the game hasn't run in your favor and you've actually given up a couple of interrogations, if you have the lead, especially if you've unlocked their box about 2/3 of the way, I would suggest every one of you can go on the attack. Because even if one of them gets to your box, it doesn't really make a difference, because there are going to be 3 guys versus 4 of you, and you don't really have too much to unlock, so you're going to be, in the lead. You're going to be having the favor in the game. But besides that, if it's almost equal, or if you're losing and you catch up in the game, you need to be defending the box. In order to defend the box, it's the same thing. Now this is the only time that I'm so glad that the game actually gives you tons of bombs and nail bombs and shit like that. I mean, I've been losing a couple of games on interrogation because I don't really care about making death and shit like that in this game mode. So I get like tons of shit. I get crafted bombs, I get crafted molotovs, I get machetes, I upgrade it all the way. You know, I get tons of shit. So I get tons of bombs that I can put around my supply, around my safe. So make sure you defend your box with a lot of planted bombs. Personally, I suggest don't keep more than one defender. Just keep only one defender. You don't really need more than that because your defender and for that matter, the rest of your team is going to be spawning at the same goddamn box. So you don't need more than one person over there. Even if the defender dies, first of all, the defender is going to be able to take out the one guy who's touched your box. If he dies, you can always call other people out. You know that there are people spawning over here. When you guys die, you can instantly spawn on him, or you can spawn on the box over there. So, in my opinion, it makes more sense for more than two people to keep attacking the other box, and you know, staying on the offense as opposed to staying on the defense. So those are my tips for the interrogation bit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be linking the second match as well, which is basically I just go ham and cheese on these guys once we're opening their box. I hope you guys enjoyed that stuff. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you guys have any other tips and tricks about interrogation that I might not have or I might have skipped. Please do let me know. This is only the stuff that I've got in about maybe 15-20 games or something. Do check out my channel. I'm going to be putting up another pretty amazing interrogation game, which I get like over 30 or 40 downs in one game, and legit 30 or 40 downs. I don't boost anything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.